Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. These two teams matching up for the second time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to run again here with Pollard. Able to slither by. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. The Texans at 7-9 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd, being chased out left. And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Here we go.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now ETN to start the drive. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
second down, ETN once more.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, here's ETN. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
On the move to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Jackson.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. He's got room at the 30.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, being able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
They'll run with Etienne.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Running out of the gun with Etienne.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, and again to Etienne.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Now Lawrence on first down.
Buying time to his left. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
And they'll run with Etienne.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From midfield now, here's Jackson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 40-yard line. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Trying to run for it with Pollard.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It's going to be a 19-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20.
45 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
They had things a little spread out there with 4 wide receivers, and it opened up a running hole.
Yeah, not only do you get better running lanes because you are spread out, oftentimes when defenses see 4 wide receivers, they substitute in extra defensive backs, so you're blocking smaller personnel. That gives your running back a nice chance downfield against that type of a defense.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence will throw.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
Etienne up the middle. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Jackson to throw.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run left with Pollard. Takes it to about the 37.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Here's Jackson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Throwing, Jackson. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
That one good for 16 as the drive continues. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Now Jackson.
Flush to his right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team.
So the Jaguars going to get possession of the football first here in this overtime session as the kick is away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with Etienne.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
A handoff for Etienne.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Here's Logan Cook now on for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at the 18. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. But we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Jackson
hit, and he lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Texans are going to win the football game.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for Houston,
they get the victory in the season finale, but it will still mean a sub-500 season as they finish at 8-9.
and by